Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. I have a very, very special, talented guest here for the show today. Can you go ahead and announce to the world who you are and where you're calling from?
Hello, everybody. I am Tavares Garrett. I am a health and transformation educator, and I'm calling all the way in from the Bay Area in California. So I'm now.
Okay, can you go ahead and dig into your past leading up into your present?
Absolutely. So I got my start here in the health, education, and transportation industry, working on myself. Really, I went through some changes in my life that had, some experiences that I really wanted to, grow. And so I often knew that the quickest way for me to be able to better myself would be to practice stillness and, of course, practice self-love. And so that's where my journey began. I had a very lit career, drinking career that didn't get me too far. And then, of course, I was also drugging and partying. Now, through this whole experience, I was dimming my own light, and I didn't really understand why I was doing that. So I did what I thought I should do. I got to know myself. I started dating myself again, right? A lot of we get away from the one person who means the most, us. And that's because of everyday life, going to work, balancing family, balancing business, if you're an entrepreneur like myself. And so that led me into a different space in my life where I wanted to learn more about the things that I was battling with, things like anxiety disorder, ADHD, PTSD. So by doing the work for myself, I then was able to create a profession where I could serve others. And so this is where it's led me to. My experience has been beautiful. It's been transformative, excuse me. And it has been a whole lot of information that I've been able to share with so many people, between from the books to the poetry books, and then of course my public speaking. Just by that alone, I'm currently on a speaking tour called Elevate 2024, and so thank you. Um, and so I go around and I share my light. I spread my light for those who may or may not be venturing off into darkness. And I meet all kinds of people from all walks of life. That's one thing I love about what I do as a servant leader. I'm able to connect with people. I'm an energy giver, I'm an energy healer, and I'm a spirit as well. So when I connect with people, it's always about connecting, listening, and sharing, because I do understand how fear has a way of paralyzing so many of us. And in the unknown, I like to believe that's where all the gems are. That is where everything that you may be looking for resides, in the unknown. So make sure you give yourself an opportunity to get beyond yourself and get to the other side of that choice.
Speaking of family and juggling family, how do you do it, Mr. Garrett?
I got 3 calendars.
Tell me, everybody would love to know.
So, 3 calendars. That's a true story. I have a calendar in my phone that I use, and then of course I have a physical calendar. That's a year calendar, and then of course my beautiful queen wife, Amber Johnson Garrett, my partner. She helps to keep me very present. So we sync our calendars, and we do things intentionally. Like we plan our dates. We plan even our personal time intentionally. We plan the time with our twin Frenchie dogs. We plan everything. She's a planner. So she does luxury event design, private dining director. So she's a planner. And so I've been able to pick up some very good habits from her. And then, of course, most importantly, being patient with yourself, right? Showing yourself grace. Coming from someone like myself who is battled with ADHD and anxiety disorder and PTSD, I tell you right now, my thoughts never stop. So what's very important is that I practice stillness. I practice slowing myself down. I don't rush, right? Because once my mind starts going, then my body's gonna feel that, right? The adrenaline ticks up, the cortisol ticks up, and these are,
Yes,
you know this, right, Kimberly?
I
When,
have anxiety
you know,
too. Yeah.
when we're rushing, we tend to think that we have to do everything right now. And I was really caught up in that for a very long time. And so even as of recently, I just started slowing down. I asked myself 3 things. How are you feeling? What are you feeling? And why are you feeling? I ask myself these questions so that I'm present. I make sure that I'm present in the present moment, because I understand that we wake up and go to sleep in the future. Life is always moving so fast. So many of us will get caught up in what I call the program, right? The program of life, work, school, family, all those great, beautiful things. Don't get me wrong. But when we get caught up in the program, again, we tend to forget about ourselves. So I make sure that I'm intentional with my personal growth. I make sure that I have a routine. Routine's big. I have a morning routine. I have an evening routine. The routine keeps me at baseline. This is what lets me know I'm headed in the right trajectory every single day. And some people may think it's overwhelming. It is not. You can create the routine exactly how you want it to be. For myself, I get up in the morning. I go to the gym. I'm up at 4 in the morning. I'm in the gym by 5.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because here's the thing. I'm excited to be me, right? I want to step into my day. I want to show up to the day. I don't want the day to show up to me. Don't want that. Don't want that.
I
Don't
love
want. So I want to show up to the day. And before I can do that, I go to the gym and I start my routine at the gym with a meditation, with a stretch. Then I go into the routine. And when I'm done, another stretch, ending with a meditation. Now I'm armed. But before I go out into the day, I validate myself. I tell myself all the beautiful things I want to know about me. And I'm very transparent and very honest with myself as well. So if there's an opportunity for me to work on something, I use Tavares' famous mirror talk. And it's exactly what it sounds like. You go into the mirror and you speak to yourself. And guess what? If you have nothing to say at all, that is okay. Look at yourself. Look at how beautiful you are. Look at the way you've been built, made, and engineered to show up to you. So it's absolutely important and imperative that we be excited when we wake up, because a lot of people didn't wake up today. But Kimberly, you and I did. So let's do something about it. Let's be proactive with our day. And language. Let's talk about language real quick, everybody. It is so very important that we understand the words that we use to label things impact us. Okay. So if I label something as a problem, it's going to be a problem. But if I label it as an opportunity, well, then I'm giving myself an opportunity to grow. Automatically, all that discomfort, it just melts away. So let's be careful with how we label things, because this is something that I did to myself. And I didn't even know it, but I was literally dimming my own light just by using the wrong language. And then, of course, my thoughts. This is why I speak of being intentional. Don't just roll out the bed and just go about the day. Validate yourself first. Put your own.
Do you use television in your daily? I know. No, tell me why. You a good speaker. Tell me why, bro.
The reason, because television provides a whole lot of energy that I don't want to be a part of.
Yeah.
Television is always promoting what is abnormal, not what is normal. That's what news is. I can turn on the news right now, any news station, any city in the country, and I'm going to hear a few things. I'm going to hear about the latest killings. I'm going to hear about the latest employment drop in percentages. I'm going to hear about a whole bunch of things that are going to lower my vibration. So why am I going to take that opportunity to intentionally self-inflict this upon myself? See, when we get ready in the morning here at the Garrett household,
Go ahead.
there are no lyrics in the music every morning. And I want everyone to know this. This is a part of being intentional. This is a part of your routine in the morning. And some of the listeners and some of the viewers, they do this already. But we listen to music with no lyrics. Maybe some acoustic guitar, maybe saxophone. We love the blues. Something just music, something melodic. Because this allows for us to be intentional about our energy field, AKA life. We're energy. Everything we do, everything we want is energy. We're constantly transmitting energy. Me and you, Kimberly, right now are transmitting energy. That's what brought us to this space. So I want to be intentional about my personal space with my energy. This is a part of me validating myself before I go out into the world. So
I
that when
don't. I don't see no crystals in your house. Do you use crystals in like
nope,
like
but
the 369 frequency? Do you use the 369 frequency
I
music?
don't, but my wife does. But crystals, I have been a part of chakra therapy. So I am very familiar with crystals, and I do support that type of treatment, that type of therapy. Kimberly, anything for people to be more connected to themselves, I'm all for. I'm all for self-love. I'm all for self-awareness and validation. I'm all for self-evolution, self-development, self-education. I want people to figure out who they are. Mind, body, spirit, nutrition. It's all connected. Those are the 4 pillars of my life. And so as a certified nutrition coach, as a certified personal trainer, and a behavioral change specialist, I had to first understand myself and go through my journey. So to anybody out there who may be struggling right now, know this: you are worth the effort. Be patient with yourself. Mastery takes time. You're here with a purpose. Believe that. See yourself, validate yourself, and know that you are truly the source of all your experiences.
And how long have you been doing motivational speaking?
Oh my goodness. Now it's been about 6 years.
Oh, you're a master at it, a
You
master
know,
speaker.
I appreciate that, Kimberly. I like to believe that everything that we do in life is practice.
Mm-hmm.
Every single thing that we do, even for the masters out there. So I do appreciate your kind words, but I'm a man, a spirit who is spreading his light. That is my position right now in this season. That is my purpose. I feel that in my heart. And I see that when I wake up. I'm always asking myself, how can I serve? So that's why, again, no television at all. I love Tupac, for example, but me and Pac have a relationship. I can only hear Pac in the gym. I can't wake up on Sunday morning bumping my pocket. I love Pac, but it just gives you an idea of how intentional I am, because I understand by making these steps, by sticking to these habits. Remember, small steps, big results. By sticking to the habits, I afford myself more opportunity within my space, and this is an opportunity where I get to be who I want to be. This is how I got here. The version I am in front of you and your audience, it took time. I had to stumble. I had to fall. I had to cry. I had to maneuver. I had to navigate to get to where I am today. And this is what I share with a lot of my members. If you give up on yourself, how can you ask somebody else for help?
For
You
all
know, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry to cut you off. All those men out there, you have your own Facebook group, right?
I do. Thank you for bringing that up. It's called The Love. It's a men's discussion group. We're currently doing a virtual experience all the way till April 6th. It's every Saturday, Pacific Standard Time, from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Again, Pacific Standard Time. And it's a safe space for men to come to share, to talk, and to be related to by those who look and sound like them. I created this space again because I wanted someone to talk to. My entire practice, Kimberly, has been built on things that I needed as I was coming of age, as I was growing up. I wanted on-site wellness at a younger age. So I created the body synthesis so that we provided on-site wellness. We will pull up to a person's job. They'll make an appointment. We will meet you where you are at, because we understand that for some people, just asking for help is tough. So we really wanted to make it a lot easier and a lot more convenient for people to get a hold of us. And so at thebodysynthesis.com, you can find this information. We have an online store as well, the Body Synthesis store, which has the books that I recently have put out, A Guide to a Better Mind and A Guide to a Better Body, both by the Body Synthesis. And then, of course, the most recent, Permission, Flexibility, and Options, the PFO method, which is one of my favorite books that I've done recently. And it's exactly what it sounds like: giving yourself permission to be flexible, to exercise your options in life. A lot of us don't do that enough. So I'm happy to bring, attention to some simple methods, right, Kimberly? Just some simple methods, things that we can do every single day. A lot of people think that they have to, stop their whole lives to show up to themselves. You don't. Small changes, and you do something different every day to install that change, right? And when we do this, again, we're showing up to ourselves. We have to be in a space where we're willing to show up to ourselves, Kimberly. It's so important, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a part of how we want to evolve and develop, and most importantly, expand and grow.
Do you have a degree?
No, I don't, but I'm going for Let me tell you something. The quickest way for people to get what they want, everybody listen up. I'm about to give you a life hack right now. The quickest way for you to get what you want is to help someone else get what they want. You will never need nor want.
Ah, you done pressed the button. You have. So I had another question. Do you
Yes,
think about being a TEDx speaker? You know, somebody can actually, your wife or a friend can actually nominate, or you can nominate yourself. It's free to sign up.
I didn't know that, but absolutely. That's actually one of my goals. I help people do goals all the time. And I started that opportunity by setting goals for myself. So that is one of my goals. I'm so happy that you said that. And that right there, that's an affirmation to me.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it, I'm creating. And because we're transmitting energy right now, we are always in a position where we can help each other. So just by you mentioning that is completely in line with my vibration and my frequency. So I love that. I
You
love that.
deserve it.
Absolute. Thank you. A part of us being able to develop, and everybody listen up, a part of us being able to develop and grow and expand within ourselves is showing up to ourselves. What does that mean? That means when it comes down to you, you own it. You love yourself first. You spend time with yourself first. You show yourself affection first. You do all these things first. And here's what happens when we do these things first for ourselves, they show up in every aspect of our lives. The more you love yourself, the more it's going to show up everywhere around you. The more you spend time with yourself, the more people are going to want to spend time with you. And Kimberly, all this came from me stumbling, falling. I needed to stop drinking. I haven't had a drink in over 10 years,
Good. Good. Good.
right? And that step, see, most folks think when you stop drinking, everything's all good. No, it's not. At least in my case, it wasn't. That was when the real work began.
Do you go to AA classes?
No, but I did at the beginning of my journey.
Yeah.
Did go, and I'm gonna say why I went. I went because I wanted the experience. I wanted to learn things I didn't know about. I wanted to be around like-minded people who were also suffering like I was. Okay, for anybody out there who may or may not be battling with drugs, alcohol, anything, anxiety, and I mean anything, give yourself the opportunity to just try the experience. Don't look at it like, oh my God, I have to go here. This sucks. Don't do that. Count yourself up and in, not down and out. It is so important that you give yourself the benefit of the doubt. And this is what I mean by showing up to yourself. Call yourself out instead of having someone else call you out. You know better. We know better. We know better, right, Kimberly? We know better, right? So we tend to get upset when someone else calls us out. Call yourself out. Just keep it 100 with yourself. This is how I built my practice. This is what made me a servant leader. This is what made me a motivational speaker, a mentor, an author, a father, a grandfather. Like these things right here, this is what I call living life in an abundance. Okay. Abundance isn't just about your bank account, your car, or your house. Those things are nice. Don't get me wrong. But people want the way those things make them feel. They want the way the jet makes them feel. They want the way the house makes them feel. Get closer to yourself. Start dating yourself. Some of y'all haven't dated yourself in a long time. You're leaving it up to someone else to make you happy. Make yourself happy. And you won't ever have to ask anybody for anything. And that's what I bring to the table. This is what I do for my members.
Tell me about your book, chapter one of your books. Tell me about your book.
Oh, so we'll start with the Guide to a Better Mind. A Guide to a Better Mind. This book is about a plethora of methods and skills to not only help you and help you retain information, but to also help you to become a servant leader as well. It teaches you how to think others first. It teaches you how to be patient. It teaches you how to listen to what's going on inside of you as opposed to listening to the noise that's going on around you. It talks about how a guide to a better mind and the skills that are within that concept can really reinforce your opportunities for a better life, whether it's planning, goal setting, goal design, I help you with all these things through that book. And so, and the cool thing about that book is you can also book a wellness session with me
I
direct
love
book.
it. Love it. Yes.
So
How? Go ahead. Go
what
ahead.
I included hyperlinks basically in all of my ebooks for people to come right to me. So you're reading the book, you're going to go back to the end of the book about the author section. You go down low, there's a link right there. You can schedule your wellness connection with me right from the book. So,
You do classes?
oh yeah, I have courses, I have classes, and everyone can sign up with me one-on-one. I can do group classes as well. And I also travel to give in-person seminars and summits as well. In fact, we're going out to St. Louis, Missouri.
Whoa.
I'm gonna be speaking at a marriage retreat. So this is gonna be a lot of fun. I tell you, Kimberly, when you put yourself in a position to be available to your blessings and you work with the flow, the doors begin to open for you.
I got another suggestion for you now.
Go
You
for it. Girl,
you
five.
done you done so much. You don't even need a degree, but I wanted to say, do you know what the Chamber of Commerce is?
I do know what the Chamber of Commerce is. Absolutely.
Have you signed up for them?
I'm a part of the chamber in Silicon Valley.
Okay, yes, you got
Right?
connections now.
Absolutely. Thank you for pointing that out. That's very important. Getting involved with community is something that I'm very passionate about. In fact, I am even speaking in some middle schools and high schools because I really feel a desire and a calling of such to really tap in with our children, right? Like when I was coming up, there were many like coaches and life coaches and wellness and things of that nature. Like they just weren't available. And I feel like today's children, the adolescents today, can truly benefit from these opportunities given we meet them where they're at. And I think it's important because life is moving fast right now, very fast, right? I have a 29-year-old daughter and a 21-year-old daughter. And I tell you, thank you, life has moved so fast. And when they were coming up, I was constantly just pouring into them, pouring my light, pouring my love into them constantly. And so when I think about that experience with them, I truly would want every kid to at least have the opportunity to experience some type of interaction with a wellness coach, maybe some type of scholastic leader or coach, someone who can help to start to shape or give them an inside look at what life has to offer them instead of waiting till like high school ends, right? Or waiting till college is over. A lot of people after college and high school, they just stop learning
Yeah.
and think that, you know what, continued education. Let me tell you something, Kimberly. I have become a much better student in my adult years. And continued education, this is also how I've been able to develop myself. I've read over 15 titles in the last few months. I'm constantly reading, constantly feeding myself good information. This is why I don't care to watch TV. This is why I don't care to listen to the radio. Because I'd rather spend that time, that energy, learning, feeding myself, right? Growing my intellect. When I'm in the gym working out for those 2 hours, Kimberly, I'm listening to books. Most people are over there jamming, and that's cool too. But I tell you what I do. I wait until Saturday morning's workout to give myself what I call that reward to listen to music. That's the only day out of my 6-day workout week that I listen to music. How was that for intention? This is what I'm talking about, everybody. You can have what you want, but how bad do you want it? Because if you think you're trying, try harder and see what really results come to you.
Where are you going in the future?
Around the world, still, um, I'm going to different countries in the future. I'm going to schools in the future. I'm taking time to.
Game plan before you finish. What's your game plan on school? You want to get a master's, doctorate, or how you want to do it?
I would like to do the doctorate. My wife and I talked about that the other day. So I'm definitely in that lane. And I want to build more opportunities for inner city youth that look like me. I really do. I want kids to have opportunities. I want them to have the coaching. I want them to have skills. I want them to be able to have the opportunity to know how beautiful they are and how strong they are and where they come from, and to appreciate their ancestors, appreciate those who came before them. I want them to understand that they stand on the shoulders of giants. So my future involves me creating associations and organizations to really shed light on these issues, and to highlight a lot of our inner city youth.
I'm having trouble. I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hold on. Can you hear me? Log out and log back on. Let me call you. Let me call you.
Kimberly?
Yeah, you actually went blank. Can you try to log off and log back on so we can finish?
Absolutely, you got to do right now.
Okay, bye. Okay, while that's going, he is a great guy. He is such a great guy. Oh my God. Wow. He has a lot of information. I'm going to see about when he comes back on, I'm going to see about him trying to do an article. He looks pretty middle class. So I'm going to see about him doing an article with BP Wire, Black PR Wire. He deserved it. We're waiting. I don't want to talk. I'd rather hear him. Okay. Are you there? Can you say hi? I can't hear you. Oh man. We're gonna do this. Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Yes. How about this? I'm gonna put you on speaker. Stuff happens. That's why I do sound check a lot. I'm gonna put you on speaker and let the people hear you. So you're gonna be online. I'm about to put you in the studio.
Okay.
Can you show your face? Okay, good. So they can hear you. Say hi.
Hello.
Good.
All right.
Have you ever thought about getting with Black PR Wire?
Google home. I'm sorry, one more time.
Have you ever thought with getting with Black PR Wire? It's a news company. It's $150, and they put you in the front. They put you on Facebook and a bunch of African American magazines. And
Really?
yeah, I know you probably got the money to do that, but it's really worth it. You want to, like, you have a story. You have a story.
Send me the link.
Okay, I will. After the show, I'll send it to you.
Send it to me. I love your show. I love what you're doing. I love your vibration, your energy. I love where we are in this space. And I want to just thank you. I think what you're doing is fantastic. I think giving us, people that look like me and you, a platform to express and to pour into our community is exactly what we need more of. So thank you for this platform, and thank you for sharing your show with me. I really appreciate it.
So you said you're welcome. You were talking about your future. Can you continue?
Yes. I'm happy to do so. My future involves, again, creating associations and organizations that will assist inner city youth and put them in a position to develop themselves, to bring more attention to self-education, self-development, money management, right? I really like the idea of bringing our youth into a space where they can understand money, investments, understanding that you make your investments first and then you spend what's left over. You don't spend what you want and then invest with what's left over.
you'll stay broke. I'm gonna let everybody know that right now. It's not gonna happen that way. So these are some of the things I want to put in place for our youth. I also want to put together a free shoe giveaway in all 50 states. It's simple like this. People need shoes all the time. And I want this to be an opportunity where people can come into, whether it's a participating location or perhaps even a vending machine of sorts. These vending machines will be stacked with shoes that have been donated, all sizes, all different styles, within reason, of course. And for anyone in the country who would ever need a pair of shoes, all they would have to do is simply get a QR code, fill it out, go to the local vending machine or a participating location, and get themselves a pair of shoes. That's how important I feel shoes are for every single person. I remember growing up, walking holes into my shoes. Yes. A few times, okay? Yes. You dig what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. A lot of us understand this experience. We understand how this experience made us feel, and we still remember that experience. So I want to help many, 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 many people, whether it's children, adults, young adults, I don't care who you are, what walk of life you come from. I want you to have an opportunity to have some shoes on your feet whenever you need them.
Wow, that is a great invention and idea. You should get it patent or go to like TEDco. I don't know if you know what TEDco is, an innovation company that deals. We'll talk after the show. So
absolutely.
So
I love it. The way you think.
If you had to give a piece of advice to the young entrepreneur out there that wants to be in your shoes, what would it be?
Love yourself. Love yourself through it. And when it gets hard, love yourself even more. Validate yourself. Speak nicely and kindly to yourself. Use your affirmations and be intentional and specific with your affirmation. Don't just be general. Be very specific. Be clear. And if you help it, don't drink any alcohol. Don't do any drugs if you can help it. But if you do them, that's okay. No shame, no shade, no judgment. I've been there. I know. Without those experiences, I wouldn't be here right now. Exactly. So love yourself first. Believe in yourself. I know it sounds cliche, but I'm here to let you know it really does happen for those who believe in themselves. Create a plan. Stick to your routine. Think others first. Be kind always. Always. Even in the face of disrespect. The greatest power in the world is self-control. It is not money. It is not gold. It is not diamond. It is self-control.
Wow. Well said. How can the people reach you, Mr. Garrett?
They can reach me either on my Instagram at Tavares A. Garrett, that's my name, or at Body Synthesis. DM me, say hello, or go to thebodysynthesis.com as well. You can email me from the website. Please check out the store. And look, at thebodysynthesis.com, I do have plenty of complimentary giveaways for everybody who wants to come by. I knew I was coming on the Kimberly Cloud Show, and so I wanted to make sure that I had something for everybody. So y'all head on over to thebodysynthesis.com right now, traditional spelling, and get yourself a complimentary wellness session with me right now. All right?
Thank you so much. Y'all, you stay on the line, Mr. Garrett. Y'all take care. Tavares, Garrett, close your eyes and imagine being like coached by him. He's a wonderful person. He has tools that even I don't know. And it's good to collaborate and show, you know, what I know and what he knows. He knows a lot. You know, he's been in this game a while. So thank you, Dr. Garrett. And you take care, y'all.
Be on the way.
Yes. Take care and have a nice day.